Please state your name and date of birth for the record.
Francis Wayland Thurston, August 20th, 1890.
Hello, Mr. Thurston. I'm Detective John LaGrasse. You're not in trouble. We just have a few questions to ask you. Do you know why you're here today?
The cult? I'm afraid that's not something you want to get involved with, officer. I've seen a small, dreadful glimpse of the larger cosmic truth we face, and I fear I'm already in too deep. Hell, my granduncle is dead, and because he too was cursed with curiosity.
George Angel? It was confirmed he died from a heart attack.
I'm afraid you're mistaken, Detective.
Interesting. Would his death have anything to do with this?
Where'd you get all this?
You and your uncle aren't the only ones putting your lives on the line to expose this cult. We brought you in today because we believe the evidence you have gathered is enough to stop this cult indefinitely.
So you want me to explain this to you?
That's the idea.
My uncle is a Semitic languages professor, and he dedicated the last years of his life to this cult. He had first heard the name Cthulhu from a young man named Henry Wilcox, who had brought him a small figurine of Cthulhu, the one in the box.
Hello, Professor. I made this strange figurine. I was wondering if you had any idea what it is.
Well, that's quite an interesting figure you have here.
Yeah.
You're telling me you made this?
Yeah, I saw it in a dream last night. I must have made it in my sleep. I don't have any recollection of making it.
Fascinating. It's the most unusual thing I've ever seen.
I know, it terrifies me. There was this thing, whatever it was, towering over me, making the surrounding cities look small. And then there were a group of people surrounding it, chanting something in Latin. I couldn't understand a single word, but there was one that stood out, Cthulhu. I think that's its name.
With this interaction, my uncle and Wilcox officially became partners destined to learn the secrets of Wilcox's dream.
Have you had any dreams of this sort?
Well, as I got closer to the cult, I experienced similar visions, but never have I crafted a penchant of that sort.
Interesting. And your uncle and Wilcox, how close did they get?
Well, the closer that they got, Wilcox started experiencing more intense and vivid dreams. The one I remember most is one that happened immediately after an earthquake. His dreams were getting more evocative, and
I was able to interact with cultists, and they could with me as well. There was one whom I believed to be the leader that demanded I leave. He was surrounded by obelisks and graves with hieroglyphs. I'm scared we're flying too close to the sun here.
Were they?
eventually, yeah. 5 days after this dream, my uncle started reporting that Wilcox had lost his mind and became fully delirious. Eventually, he was institutionalized and was only able to speak about a gigantic monster that was miles high. Eventually, he could only repeat the name Cthulhu before becoming completely brain dead.
Do you think the cult killed him?
My uncle did. He was absolutely devastated when his surrogate apprentice died. No one had heard from him for, weeks. And then he started sending me these ominous letters. Take a look.
These look like the thoughts of a madman.
That's because they were. He completely lost it after his apprentice died, and eventually his fate was the same.
I'm sorry for your loss. Would you mind telling me more, perhaps translating some of these phrases that he wrote down? It could help us decipher more clues about the cult.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your uncle wrote down, Ab and Ferris ad terram.
Hey, don't finish that. My uncle has made it clear to me that phrase must never be said under any circumstances. I believe it's the secret to raising Cthulhu.
Hey, detective, this is Viper from last night's raid here.
So I'll have to put this aside for now. Please state your name and date of birth for the record.
I am Castro, undying follower to Cthulhu. I have no reason to know my birthday because my only purpose is to serve Cthulhu and fulfill his wishes.
Alright. Mind telling us something about this cult of yours?
I'll enlighten you about the old ones if it's what you desire.
Is this one of the old ones you talk about?
This is what us mortals see them. But they are not composed of blood, nor flesh, nor matter of any kind. If you don't mind, can I take a look at that letter you have there?
I'd rather you not.
What's your goal? Why are you here? Why are you killing innocent people in the name of some eldritch deity?
Eons ago, the Old Ones ruled over this planet, and large cities were built to honor them. Their age of dominance has been far too long ago, and Cthulhu has made it clear to us with these earthquakes that its time to rule is close ahead. We are searching for those who have seen him in their dreams, and the intensity of the earthquakes have led us to believe that this person is nearby.
What if I knew someone who had these dreams? What would that mean for them?
To have Cthulhu appear in your dreams is a great honor. That means he has chosen you as a vessel to our world. Not everyone can handle this, mentally speaking, but we have searched long and far for someone who has been blessed with the visions of the Old Ones. You are our bridge between realities.
And if these old ones were to return to Earth, what would be the fate of humanity?
Humans would thrive under the name of Cthulhu. The Old Ones would teach them new ways to shout and kill and revel and enjoy themselves. And all the earth would flame in a holocaust of ecstasy and freedom. He's here. The fairy saw terra moritur.
No!
Let it be his time to rise from the ashes to rebirth this world with a utopia of power and tranquility.